Welcome back to A Corporate Time. We've got our guest on the line with us, Jason and Jana Shelfer. How you guys doing?
I'm doing excellent. I'm so proud of you for pronouncing it correctly.
You normally get it wrong. What do you normally do?
Scheffler.
Do you want to? Can I tell you guys a story of like when a friend of mine puts his foot in his mouth? Do you want to talk about what you did earlier this week with our guest Joseph and Jesse Martins?
Oh no.
Can you talk about that without, or should we not?
No. I mean, I said it on the show.
I know, but we didn't really draw attention to how like this could have been like had you done this to me, I probably would have stood up and walked out of the studio.
Wow.
What'd you do to them?
I didn't do anything.
It was innocent.
It was innocent. It really was innocent, but
I get freaked out anytime I know I have to introduce people and by their name or like get an introduction right or whatever. Like I don't like public speaking, so it's like I start like, what's their names? Get them right, what's
their names? Get them right. A one is a one. A two is a.
And then when Daniel goes to me or he stops talking, I'm like, oh, it's your time. And then
time to shine.
And then I get flooded with.
And you do the Tom Brady, let's go.
No. I don't rise to the occasion. And then I bumble the names.
Yeah.
Which I don't know why. You should announce all the names because
I'll do it.
You're good at it. Like we had interviews this week and you did it one time. And I was like,
did
oh
it.
my God. I felt so relieved.
Daphne Maxwell Reid.
Yeah.
It's the only one I've done. In 15 years of doing the show, I've only announced one celebrity guest.
I'd rather you be the host of the show, and then just throw in my...
Why don't you guys switch places?
Well, I've
been wanting to do that. Have you seen how
Tom
beautiful...
doesn't know how to run anything.
Have you seen how beautiful Tom's wife is? I've been begging to switch places and lay in her bed. Oh, my God. With those fluffy... glorious breasts.
Oh, come on.
Oh, I thought you were going to say pillows.
Right.
Yes,
Same
depending on
thing.
how you look at it.
Same thing.
So, Jana, Jason, let's talk anxiety for a second because we just got back from delivering some prizes to some BDMs for BDM Appreciation Week.
Who would think that helping people would rattle my anxiety so much?
We recorded it. It'll be tomorrow's ACT, and it is hilarious because Daniel started having an anxiety attack in the morning. And
I've had it for the week. I'm being serious. I've had it all week. It's getting worse.
And then next thing you know, he's puking in a listener's yard.
Yeah, he was a nurse though, and he rubbed my back.
So it's extreme. But how?
So wait, why did you feel?
Yeah, where did it stem from?
Yeah, well,
I don't think he
stem
knows.
From the visiting to the listener, or was it just randomness?
I don't think so. I think it's something else. I mean, it could be one of 1,000 different things that are going on in my brain right now.
I'm not a psychiatrist, but I think anxiety is triggered by a million different things or nothing, and then it's impossible to actually nail it down. I think like Daniel constantly like, I don't know where this is coming from. Maybe this, and I'm like,
you
it
guys
could be
saw
coming
me ahead
from
of time.
nowhere. It's just a chemical dump that your body may have done just because it was time to dump it.
You guys got to see it. You guys got to see me. You were laughing because you're like, oh my God, look at how I started sweating.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'm like, I tell you, I had to take my hat off. I'm like, I'm getting lightheaded. I'm like closing my eyes in the car like an old man.
I'm sorry for laughing at you.
No, it doesn't bother me at all. I mean, it's funny.
I wouldn't
if I saw somebody having an anxiety attack, even though I suffer.
There's a term for that. What is it? It's called Freud and Schreider.
Freud and Shader.
Yeah, when you laugh
Freud and Shader.
When you laugh at somebody's misfortune.
Yeah.
Yeah, have you guys heard that?
I have.
Hold on, I'm not Freud and Shorten.
You are. You're Freud and Shorten.
Both of you are. So you know.
But if it was anything else. If Daniel was like, "Oh, my cancer hurts," I wouldn't be laughing.
Yeah.
You're like, if you had a legitimate,
Hold on
even
a
though
second.
anxiety is legitimate.
You did have one of these. Okay, you had one of these. I want to say maybe 4 to 5 weeks ago, where you stood in the lobby and you were on the phone, and then the wave of AirTnD plus BDM Appreciation Week equals anxiety was smushed into your brain, and you had to freeze and let your heart catch back up. He was like, he was like, and you were like, and then I'm like, what's happening? And you were like, oh, I just have some anxiety or something there. And we didn't laugh. We didn't laugh at all. We were like, whoa, are you all right? Lay down. Are you okay?
Well, you're better people than me. And I hold it in like a sneeze, and I just have to get over like, and then just keep on going.
That is exactly how he does it. Not me. I sprinted out of Sam's car. I didn't sprint. I fell.
He kind of rolled.
I got rolled like an egg out of Sam's car.
And we didn't even know. We're going to talk about tomorrow.
You're blowing them.
Anyway, but back to anxiety. Like, do you guys suffer from anxiety? Like, how do you deal with it?
We talk about anxiety a lot. And we just talked about it 2 days ago. And Jason, you had a really good definition. It was when...
Well, so to me, anxiety and overwhelm both happen when your life is happening around you quicker than you can really process the whole thing. So if you can just kind of step back, step out, step off, and take some deep breaths.
Stand down.
And then
Stand down. I've heard this before. Yeah.
And to me, in my experience, I always feel... when I experience overwhelm, anxiety, panic, those are all emotions when you're living in the future. So,
oh my God, I'm a digital boy.
When I experience those emotions, to me, that means I'm not living in the present.
Yeah, being present is very hard for me. Giving presents is hard.
The way I spin that positive, the way I spin it positive is I say, okay, what is it that I'm feeling right now? And then the way I turn it to, all right, let me get present. And then I focus on what I can control. Because when we're having overwhelm or panic or any kind of anxiety, usually we're trying to control things that we can't control. So where is your focus? Is your focus on all of the external circumstances that are going on, or are you focused on, all right, what is it that I can actually do? What is in my control? What is in my power? And that
there's not much in my power, though. I control a couple of buttons, some fart jokes, some perverted thoughts, a couple of hacky jokes.
Yeah. Then the rest of your life, you're Andrew's guy.
And everything else is completely out of my control. My own family's out of my control.
Yeah, your own business. I mean, who knows what's happening?
I mean, like, I added up all the prizes from BDM Appreciation Week, and we don't have enough money to pay for that.
Yeah. We sold too many cheap shirts. I was like, I think 150, 250.
Some 400. Some of those are bouncing back.
Can't afford them.
Some of those are bouncing back.
No.
They are. Some of them are bouncing back. I've got some guys that are like, I'm just to make sure you're not scamming us big fat slobs. I want to make sure my 4X went through.
They don't order 4Xs? Do you order 4Xs? Because we've had this problem.
Oh no! Don't you talk about it.
Wait, where did Sam go? Did Sam just
I blew her out of her
desk?
seat. I used
Jana, I'm sorry. We can't take anything seriously. What's wrong? This guy's crazy. I'm crazy.
I used my crazy joke can and I shot Sam out of her chair.
The guy puking in the yard is just making fun of everything. I'm sorry. Yes, everybody wants the 4Xs because big fat. It's not skinny people wearing them.
Maybe they want a nightshirt.
No, they don't. I feel pretty confident these are probably. Yeah. You know what the funny thing about our 4Xers?
Yes, yeah.
I'm gonna say something.
Still skin tight.
I was gonna say I'm gonna take some heat off of you, Jana. 4Xers are really 5Xers. You know why I know that?
They're like, ow.
They go, ow, how.
I'm sorry.
Trouble.
They're more expensive too.
They are, yeah.
And the same company never makes they're like, no, we only go to the 3.
And they're
I'm like, 3? What country do you live in?
Well, you know
It's
what?
America.
I have a sewing machine. I could always
No, we're not taking on
Yeah. Jason, put your foot down. That's gonna end poorly.
But there's some there's some brands that make big boys.
Yeah, they're always like
potato sacky.
Yeah. They're always like thick and nautical.
Yeah.
Like they're always weird brand names. It's like, this is a next level. It's a cool hip tee, and what does this guy get? It's thick like flannel, and it's called like Navy's Pride.
Yeah.
I don't want to wear no goddamn Navy's Pride.
Yeah, you can get
Yeah.
a big old thick boy Navy's Pride.
It's a Navy's Pride. It's a Cherokee. Maybe a Mazzimo. Mazzimo. Goddamn, the collar on this thing is 4 inches thick. I look like Steve Jobs. This is a mock turtleneck.
Is this red or brown? Anyway.
Well, if you stretch it enough, it's red.
So if all else fails, then you can always just puke in an anthole.
No, okay.
Sometimes uncles get really mad about that.
That sounds disgusting.
So, what have you guys been up to? You got another venture planned?
Yeah, where's the next place? Yeah.
We're actually in Kansas again.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We're in my childhood bedroom right now.
Ew, yuck.
I know.
Oh, my God.
So,
I've always wanted to do that, though. It's like you complete the circle, you know, like.
Yeah, I know. Jason was horny last night. And
yeah, he
it was weird
was.
because my parents are in the next bedroom.
Yeah.
The walls are super thick.
Yeah.
So,
you know what else is thick?
I think it's rare for you to go back and spend a night in your childhood bedroom. Like most people,
I think everybody should go back before their parents leave or sell the house or die, and you should spend one alone night in your childhood bedroom.
Like my mom sold our childhood house a long time ago, and I think most of my friends, their parents sold and moved. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
Andrea's was like a shrine to the 90s. Man, her
mom.
mom.
Like the same.
It's interesting when you go into someone else's house and spend a night.
Yeah, well, when Andrea went to college, her mom sealed the door like it was a dead child and never opened it again. Like, you know, those women.
Time capsule?
I don't blame these people for doing it, mothers and fathers. And I said women, but namely moms. You know, if you lose a baby, and you already had the crib ready to go. Yeah, I can completely understand why you would do that. But Andrea's was like that. I remember going in there. You open the door, and the pictures of NSYNC were still on the walls. The marionettes were hanging down. You
can still smell that, whatever that triangle kind of perfume was back in the day.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. There was like
Liz Claiborne.
Yeah, it was just Claiborne, I believe, right?
And then then
or
you have
Joop. You gotta have some Joop.
Like the teenage comforter on the bed of like Backstreet Boys, like you say, like you know.
That's what you call yourself, a teenage comforter.
Debbie Gibson.
He comforts all the teens.
Oh my God.
So is all your high school stuff still in there, Jana?
You know, my parents are actually, so they bought the lot right next door, and they're actually building a house right next door. And so they've been slowly getting rid of all of my
They're shipping it to us, is what they're
memorabilia,
doing.
and they've been shipping it to our house in Florida. So one day the Amazon Prime guy, or not the Amazon Prime, the FedEx guy left 9 boxes on my doorstep.
Like monster boxes.
9 boxes, and it had all of my childhood stuff. So my room is now pretty empty. I think there's like 2.
Couple pictures on the wall.
Yeah, and some medals. A
couple medals of Michael Jordan, Larry Bird.
It is a weird feeling because my mom did the same thing where she shipped me like the last box of my childhood garbage that she got out of the attic or whatever. And then when I got it, I was like, open it up. I was like, I don't want any of this garbage. But the fact that you got rid of it, kind of a bummer. Like, does this bring you happiness?
Insulting to me for you to ship back all my crap.
You don't want any of this to remember me by?
Yeah, you told me.
Remember you by?
I'm kind of with Tom.
But
you
as a
told
baby
me
or
that
a
these
kid.
things meant something to you. You told me that these crayon drawings. You said
they mean nothing to me because it's my garbage, and I who cares?
I don't even remember doing this.
Like, but my son's garbage, like that, it means something. I'm not gonna ship it back to him when they're 42. Anyway.
Yeah, do you keep all your kids' artwork and stuff? Because like over Easter, Jason and I, we did we painted eggs with my little nephews and things. Do you guys keep all that stuff?
My crazy wife does.
Now,
and it is insane.
I'm going to admit something here that I've never admitted.
Yeah.
Maisie gives me a picture a week or daily of something she's done. And she's like, you can have that and put it on your nightstand. And I do for one night. And then in the morning, I put it in the trash, the bottom of the trash. Every single piece. Because I don't feel the need to hold, because each piece is very similar, the same thing. I'm out.
It's not even that good.
It's not that good. It's not.
And every Wednesday, she sees the garbage go out. She sees her little picture down there. And she's like, I'm not enough.
She did catch one of them. She did catch one of them. And I loved her response. She was insulted. She was like, oh, who put this here? Hey, you're going to need that back. And then she just gave it back to me. I was like, okay.
Let me wipe the eggs off of it.
Yeah, I act like I remember Max found. He's more emotional than Tommy. Max found some of and it wasn't even a good. It was like a doodle on some scrap paper that was on the dining room table with a bunch of other art.
Yeah, it's crap.
And then I threw it away. And then Max was like, did you throw away?
Yeah, they get hurt. They get hurt.
My art, and then I had to pretend like, oh my God,
who did this? I blame it on Andrew. I'm like, Andrew, get your ass in here.
Bring a belt.
You're like, I didn't want to do this to you, but you made me.
This is what we do to people that throw away daddy's art. This is what we do.
So what else are you guys doing in Kansas?
Yeah, so, we've been traveling.
Yep, Jana got food poisoning on Friday last week, and that was nice. Just kind of leaning out of the trailer and puking all over the.
Man!
Puking earlier.
Oh, where'd you get it from? Did you track it back?
7-Eleven.
Pretty sure it was having Mexican food in Arkansas.
No.
Oh, Razorback Mexican food. Rough.
Yeah.
What'd you have?
Have you ever been in a campsite and you're trying to, literally, I was trying to dry heave and not wake up all the fellow campers.
It's a quiet zone after 10 p.m. in that campsite, and
what does that mean?
Very quiet.
Yeah,
I mean, if you have to fart or puke or poop, I feel like you're allowed. You're allowed to do that because that's like an emergency.
In Arkansas, everybody thinks a bear is attacking them.
I think that they mean quiet zone. I think they mean like turn down the Kenny Chesney, right? Like.
Oh, don't talk about Kenny Chesney.
That's a sore subject with us because we have tickets to Kenny Chesney.
Oh, I didn't know
Saturday
that.
and we can't go.
I honestly don't. I literally just picked a name out of the sky. Had no idea. I'm so sorry.
What happened?
Manifested it.
We forgot. We forgot that we had tickets. We bought the tickets 3 years ago. 3 years ago, we bought these tickets, and because of the pandemic, it just kept getting canceled. And we had floor seats.
Are you selling them online?
So we sold the floor seats, and now we have 2 wheelchair accessible seats that are available.
Yeah,
and,
we had 4 seats
still
altogether.
selling those.
Do you need a wheelchair to use
Can I
those?
just use that? Can I bring my own camping chair?
That's a serious question.
So yeah, what do you guys think is appropriate? So we had 4 seats altogether. We had 2 floors and 2 wheelchair seats. Okay. Now the 2 floor seats sold immediately.
Literally hit the enter button and they were gone. So I didn't price them high enough.
And now the 2 wheelchair seats. Do you think I need to sell those to a wheelchair person?
I don't know I would say now my gut is telling me yes, because those seats are rare.
Yeah, but you bought them, so you're allowed to sell them to whoever you want.
That's also true, but I feel like you should.
Oh, but you're going to get dirty looks if you're the person that bought them and you're not.
Well, yeah, but it depends on how much you like Kenny Chesney. I mean, he's a beach cowboy.
Well, almost every concert we go to, we sit next to someone on either side of us in the wheelchair accessible seats, and they're like, because Jana takes her wheelchair and hides it outside in the wheelchair closet or something.
Stash it in the bushes. Yeah, put a tarp over it.
I don't want anybody seeing.
I don't want anybody seeing that I like
come in
this.
and be like, aren't these wheelchair accessible seats really cool? They're the best seats in the house. And,
Yeah, they do say that to me.
I that's what I always buy.
They say
is
that?
wheelchair accessible seats.
Aren't these wheelchair seats awesome? Don't tell the handicapped people that we're in them.
That's
And if they
exactly
walk
the
by us,
experience
just go, and then they'll think we're like them. Is that what people really do that?
It's amazing.
We've had a few of those. Not every time.
Almost every time.
Tom did that one time at Disney.
No, that was
Yes,
a different
you did.
thing. No,
Yes, he
I didn't
did.
even know this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He said this is for celebrities.
He said, "Isn't skipping the line great?" And he also told you when
said
people
it's because
walk
I'm a
by,
celebrity.
when people walk by, don't open your mouth. Act like you're mute.
No, he just said don't open your mouth. He just said.
Act like you have severe anxiety.
He's like, "Don't say anything. Don't make any eye contact." This is like the Ellen show.
StartLivingLucky.com. Follow Jason and Jana and all their adventures and all their content and everything they put out. And you guys are still broadcasting while you're on the road, right?
We are. We go live every morning, and our dream is to go live from the Tom and Dan
Airbnb.
The
AirTnD.
AirTnD.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm actually there tonight, so. Like, when do you guys want to book it? I can set it up.
Shoot us an email and let us know. We'll take care of you.
But we got to talk about this for a second.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to need to build a ramp.
Yep.
We can make it happen. We can make it
No,
work.
Hold on.
I don't want you falling
If we have
again.
your Jana as a guest.
Last time we had Jana, no ramp in the old studio. You dropped her on her head.
No.
She's never been the same.
No, that was my fault. I was like, I got this, and then I totally fell. Oh my! I was so embarrassed.
You know, Tom,
I was
so
holding-
embarrassed. Tom was so afterwards. He's like, "We've killed someone."
But then I thought, wow, it's really not the worst thing that's happened to me.
It was pretty bad, man. I thought you were gonna have to have stitches. I was like, "Oh my God, our company! She's gonna sue our pants
cars
off."
when she went down 8 stairs. Did you?
Oh.
All right, guys. It was great talking to you. We'll talk to you next month. Shoot me an email. We'll set you up at the AirTnD. And
Awesome.
We'll talk to you guys soon, okay?
Hey, you guys are so fun. Thank you so much. We love being here.
Love
Bye.
seeing you guys.
See ya.
Later, guys. Be good. All right.
We got to go. Bye-bye.
Welcome back to A Corporate Time. Let's do voicemails and emails, beginning with an email.
All right.
All right. Tom is right. Giving up is great. Hello, show. Recently, Tom has been a big proponent for giving up on things rather than seeing something difficult through. I've always said for a long time that there's nothing more satisfying than absolving yourself of all responsibility and abandoning something that was too hard or wasn't enjoyable. I have a coworker who was behind on a ton of her work because she just wasn't doing it. We've had 2 staff meetings where she no-showed us, and today we found out she got another job and turned in her notice.
Oh.
This frustrated a lot of people, but I was all for it. She gave up on doing her job a few months ago and decided it was time to leave even before she had a new offer. She came in late, did nothing, left early, and ran out the clock until something new came along. It's going to cause a lot of extra work for us, but I don't mind. This place didn't own her. She knew she was replaceable and decided to peace out. People like this are just like Tom, true American heroes. I agree.
That's a very adult way of looking at it, and not like heaping more anger because you have to pick up her slack.
Yeah, because she's
onto
not
her.
personally attacking her coworkers.
No, I mean, would
You'd be upset though.
I think you can be upset.
Yes, yeah.
And also be like, man, there are better ways to handle this, or hey, I wish you'd given me a heads up so I could get ahead of this a little bit. But yeah, I see what he's saying. And
The writing was on the wall.
I can't say I disagree.
See, like I tell my sons, I'm like, never give up. Like the best thing to do is just try 100% and like all the same mumbo jumbo that the world tells you to say.
I was watching Stone Cold Steve Austin say exactly this on Ron Funch's podcast yesterday. Seriously, he was like, never give up. Get back on your horse.
And
it's a good episode if anybody wants to check it out.
Now, the theory is correct. It will make you a better person if you see it through and you never give up or whatever.
You always see everything through.
But by how much? That's all I'm saying. Is like, are you going to be a little bit better of a person for going through this huge hassle? Is that better or like, outweigh how much better it is to not go through the hassle?
Well, you don't really give up.
Well, I'm mentally ill. Like,
I didn't think about this until this moment when Ghost sent this email. By the way, you can send an email to show@tomandan.com. I've never really thought of this, Sam. You don't give up very easily. In fact, you're bullheaded, some people would say.
Yeah, but you don't see...
Well, his quote is, giving up is the most fun you can ever have. He hates fun, so he won't give up.
Oh, man.
Bingo, bango, bongo.
This is so confusing.
TikTok around the clock.
This is also layered mental illness.
Yeah.
Layered.
He is complicated.
You don't see the amount of things I give up before I even start. You're like,
in his brain,
you
thinks about
give them up. You give
yes,
up.
yes,
preemptive give up.
because I usually only start things that I'm convinced I can do.
This is hurting my brain. Preemptive giving up.
But
That's an interesting concept.
there is a lot of things that I've never even start because I've played out in my head and I've deemed it being too hard or too much work or
Hold
the
on a
chances
second.
of actually winning is
Tell
so
me if I'm
slim.
right. Powered paraglider, preemptive give up.
Yes.
Because
Sailboat.
preemptive give up. You wanted to do it.
Yes.
You see the value in it. You see the fun in it. Hate
RV.
fun. Talk
RV.
yourself out of it before you even investigate.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
There's a lot of business things
Oh man.
Preemptive
with the
give up.
show.
When are we getting the dance squad? I just want the dance squad. Come on, buddy.
I mean, there's been a lot of preemptive give ups with this business, but and so that's I don't give up on the things that
Wait a
I've
minute.
deemed possible to do. The impossible, I don't even try. I do not try the impossible.
Never try the impossible.
Because it's impossible. Why the hell would I try it? And people are like, they said it's impossible. I never do anything someone said is impossible.
So your inspirational poster would say, "Well, I say it's impossible." Yep. Right? That's your poster.
if they say it is, I'm not even trying. Like that's too much of a mountain for me to climb.
Dance is as if everybody is watching. Right? That's one of your catchphrases.
Yeah. Like there's plenty of things that I've thought to myself would be cool to do. I've always wanted to ride a motorcycle from Miami to Alaska.
Why?
It's a
Just to
thing
say you
people,
did it?
Yeah, it seems like
When
it
would
would
you
be
tell-
a venture.
How would you tell people about that? When would you bring that up?
Oh, every day in every conversation. Just,
I want to
I'll tell tell the public's bag ladies, anybody.
Okay.
But I looked at it and I was like, man, that's a lot of miles, and for me, the planning is the hardest. Like, I don't want to do all the planning it would take to do that. Like,
I don't have these rich guy organizations that you just
They plan it out for you.
They give you the itinerary. Oh, you meet here,
stop
and then the
here.
guy's gonna give you the motorcycle, and then you ride through the.
Oh, that's like an excursion, but it's too much money. Like, I'm too cheap for that, so I want
You
to.
always throw money at it.
I know, but those kind of things are like $8,000. You know, like you rent the bike and they like plan the route out for you, and they plan the hotel.
Well, then you have no chance of ever doing this. Okay, so I see your point.
Every time I go down to Miami and I stay at Turkey Lake's house, there is this like Costa Rican like enduro dirt bike adventure that's an excursion like that.
Oh man!
And you ride through the Costa Rican jungle on an enduro
You're
dirt bike.
riding through the rainforest.
Through the rainforest, and you go across logs, and there's like a river.
Oh, the number of dads that are wearing bandanas is just over the moon.
And me and Turkey Lake always talk about it, like, hey,
We're gonna do this.
let's
brother.
One of these days.
Yeah,
One of
let's
these
book
days,
this
and then
trip.
after we climb that last log, we'll touch our boners. Yeah, all right.
And then we always fantasize about going to Costa Rica.
No
and doing
wives, only boys. All right.
And doing the trip, and we'll never do it. It'll never happen.
All right, give me an Arsenio. Hoo, 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 hoo.
Because even
That was me making you old.
me and him are too lazy to do the back.
He would do it. He
The
does the
work-
Key West run all the time. You've only done it one time.
No, I did it a couple times. By the way,
Why'd that end? I thought you and your wife were going to make that. Okay, hold on. There was a time, tell me if I'm lying. There was a time when you and Crystal proclaimed that you would always do the Key West run because you like to get away, have some motorcycle time, and smoke cigarettes.
well, first off, we do it with no helmets the entire time.
Yeah, buddy.
Going 80 in a borrowed motorcycle.
That's fine.
Down.
You can't smoke cigarettes with a helmet on.
At any point, someone could be looking at their phone and veer off just a little bit into the left lane on that 2-lane highway to the Keys and just immediately annihilate us.
I think I could land it.
I'd try to jump over the car. Crystal would be
Like that Russian dash cam video.
Yeah. And maybe I could slide. I mean, it would just take half of my skin totally off, and
Oh
I'd
my
be,
God.
in a medically induced
Oh
coma
my
for a while.
God.
But I'd definitely hit my head multiple times and never be the same. Anyway, so after thinking about that, I was like, and then I
But the
was,
rainforest, you just bounce off some trees.
And then
get
I was
some
like,
vines in your spokes.
even with a helmet, I mean, if someone veers, I mean, it's
yeah.
dunzo anyway.
It's
So
bad.
it's like that ain't gonna save me. I mean, the helmet would be fine if I'm like drunk driving in Key West and fall over. But anyway, lots of things become illogical, especially with the kids. I'm like, I don't want to.
I'm with you. Let's try this voicemail message here.
Hey guys, BDM Chris here. Just calling to talk about the OG episode you guys just posted, Tiny Toilets. What me and my wife do is we let the big presents come from me and her, and the cheap presents come from Santa Claus. That way, the less fortunate kids whose parents don't have as much money as, let's say, us. I'm not exactly rich, but I'm not poor either. Just so that Santa's not bringing my kids something more than the next kid, So the big presents come from me and my wife, and the cheap presents come from Santa Claus. And that's really how it should be universal, but people aren't like that. Parents buy their kid, brand new Xbox. And
like Tom putting money in the eggs and saying that the Easter Bunny brings money, which has completely ruined Easter in my house. It has torn our I almost cursed. It has torn our effing family apart because now Maisie asks me every day why the Easter Bunny gave Tommy and Max dollars and why she only got Smarties. Andrea
Smarties, the cheapest. Where'd you get that? The Dollar General?
I was not in charge of candy. Who cheaps out in that Dennis household? Is it Andrea or is it Daniel? Andrea bought they were preloaded with Smarties. It's the cheapest. I mean, she went bargain basement cheap.
We put full Cadbury's in a plastic egg. You get full
egg
Cadbury.
on egg exception. That's an exception.
And then some of them had $5 bills.
The candy that Maisie's teacher at school gave her is better than the candy that her mother gave her. Crazy. It's just crazy.
But
I'm virtually certain that Andrea drove to the outlet that sells the expired candy. She's that cheap. Is she in the chat room? I hope not.
But also, what I don't like kids. The Santa Claus age, at least in my sons, they've never told me they've asked their friends like which presents their mom or something.
Oh, Macon pays everything.
No, it's just like what'd you get.
It is.
No one said anything.
It is exactly what Tom says about his sons are oblivious. They don't care about anything because Maisie cares about everything. She's like me, right? So she's like, I got that. When she's taking her candy out of her basket, she's like, Reese cup, that's $2 all day long. What do we got here? I got Smarties. That's cheap. She's like literally.
She should be on the Price is Right.
She's like sizing it up like she's doing Storage Wars or something, like pulling everything out. Like you're right. Your boys just like if I handed them any kind of lollipop, they would just be like, oh, a lollipop. If I handed Maisie a Tootsie Pop, she'd be like, disgusting. You don't have any blow pop? Like she's always got a different layer of.
Yeah. My son, if you ask them which presents they got, that Santa brought them, or my
sorry.
I don't know nothing.
Yeah, there it is.
They wouldn't have any idea which ones were brought by who.
And it's really cute when they say it too. That's the part that I like. It's like they don't know, and it's really cute.
They're not interested in what their friends got for Christmas or anything. Like they don't know their friends' last names. Although I did notice that.
To be fair, you don't either.
I know that's what happened. I'm complaining about myself, and it's frustrating.
Oh my God! Andrea is in there.
Yeah, she popped in. She heard you.
Wow! Like, how did she know to pop in as I was insulting her? She says, "I'm frugal, not cheap." No, I would say that you are cheap. No, I'm sorry, you don't buy yourself anything. Like she would rather let her shirts. Like if she gets a rip in the pit, she'll just be like, "Well, can't lift that arm." Like I'm like, no, you buy a new shirt.
Oh, she's gonna be the lady that.
Oh yeah.
They're like, Miss Dennis has $8.9 million.
And man, I'm running a little close. I'm flying a little close to the sun today. We have family members on her side that at Christmas fight over who gets to take home the wrapping paper that was pulled off the gifts. When you unwrap gifts in this house, look, my family's all dead. They're all gone. There's nobody left. But in her family, you have to give them the X-Acto knife and you cut the tape and then you unfold it and then you take your gift out. You can open your gift now and then you hand the wrapping paper to whoever wants it and they refold it and put it in a bag.
That's too far.
Andrea, call in.
I've heard of saving like the gift bags. But not the wrapping paper.
No, they say wrapping paper, gift bags, sometimes tissue paper if it's not got a ton of wrinkles in it. Bows, don't throw out any bows. You will get asked to leave.
You retape it or reglue it?
They retape it. If you throw out bows, you will be asked to leave Christmas dinner.
I get the biggest trash bag. I throw everything. I'm like, is that a present? I fill it up giant Glad bag filled.
Look, Tracy's backing her up and saying, always save the tissue paper.
Tissue paper, it's all crinkled.
You guys are nuts.
You guys are nuts.
Andrea's the cheapest person I know.
Gift bags, like full, nice. Like we're getting a big one. There's like $13 at Publix.
Yeah.
Well, pump that in the trash. Everything.
My wife's been wearing my old T-shirts as her nightgowns for the last 10 years.
But I will get texts like I did this morning from my wife screaming, "We have no money."
Is that what the freak out was in the back of my car?
No, I do have a lot of money. I just am not allowed to see it, nor do I know where it is.
She's like, "We've got to quit spending money. We have nothing." And then I'm like, "I don't buy a smoothie once a day.
Bye smoothie.
That's it. I buy a smoothie and I don't buy anything."
You've heard of bye baby now. Bye smoothie.
No, that's what Chris was gonna say. You can't buy these anymore. He's going back to mummy bones.
There's 20 Amazon packages at my house every day. I fall through them. I'm kicking them into them. I'm like, they're sitting piled up there.
What the hell
is she buying?
That's him. He's buying toys for the boys.
Okay, hold
Toys
on.
for the boys?
If you're bitching, I'm bitching. So
hold on a second.
If
we both bitch, then one of us ends up at the Airbnb and one of us ends up here.
Well, you're going tonight.
You are going tonight.
I'm just going. It's got 2 rooms.
It's happening.
And you can stay here. Oh, actually, we do have 2 rooms. And then the lobby can be our new studio. What if it becomes our new studio? Because it looks exactly like the studio.
Crystal bought some sort of cereal organizer.
I saw this. It doesn't work.
That you push a button and then you put your bowl underneath. You push a button and it falls into it or whatever.
What?
It's like a Tupperware thing. It's like a Tupperware
for breakfast cereal.
Yes.
Well,
with the
no.
crank.
I guess
it's for ancient grains.
It's for like rice and
farro
and hard beans and stuff like that.
It's for hard beans.
She filled it full of all these different cereals she bought.
I saw this.
Which we don't eat cereal. And then
she said it looked nice.
Okay, that's
though.
a waste.
You're
not going to eat the cereal.
No, it's to look nice. You have the colorful Fruit Loops, and then you have the healthly cereal.
Yeah.
Well, who cares if you're not going to eat it?
I know.
Meanwhile, the whole kitchen is trash. There's not even, we're not like Martha Stewart's cabin, which is bills pile like it's like, what, you want to look fancy? Like
look around.
Wait, no, I contend
trash everywhere.
It does look fancy. You guys do something.
Bills on the kitchen counter.
You did something that is very fancy.
You need to organize them bills.
They have a cookbook holder, and then it's open to one page, and it said "Easy Avocado Toast." It was like open to a page. I was like, "Ooh, that's fancy."
Anyway, she filled it full of cereal, put it there. The cereal's not heavy enough for it to work. So you push the button and it's just all stuck, and then it's like stuck together because the cereal, like, it got hot out of the box or whatever. And so it just
got wet.
Your house must be so hot. You got your edibles melting in your closet. Now your cereal's hot?
Well, it's just like, the cereal's stuck together once it...
it's Florida.
Yeah, and
you can't take anything out of a bag. If you take bread out of a bag in Florida, one piece of bread, and you set it out there for 5 minutes, it'll go stale.
Like, a little bit of moisture touches all the, Fruit Loops or whatever.
Yeah,
and then
it does.
fuse together. And then Crystal's like, it doesn't work, whatever. And then she's like, maybe we'll use it for rice and beans. I'm like, what are you talking about? How much rice and beans do we make?
Wet rice and beans.
It's like, you just have this sitting on the counter full of rice and beans for what? Just put them in the pantry.
I need some rice.
Anyway, recently poured it all out in the garbage, and then now it's in the garage with the rest of the Amazon garbage that
You're
we
supposed
bought.
to throw it away.
And no, because she's like, we'll donate it to
to homeless people. They want to organize their dreams.
Give it to the cat man so he can put cat food in it.
No,
for the
put cat
cat
turds in it.
he keeps it in his trunk of his car like every good cat man.
I'm the cat man. I got a cereal organizer in the trunk of my car.
All right, he's a very nice man. I'm sorry.
Catman is a very nice man. He does not sound like the man that Daniel just did.
Stopped my truck from getting robbed.
Here is a... He should have just had it be robbed.
Mama bad person.
Wait a minute, is that your new catchphrase? Mama bad person. Who's Mama bad person?
Mo better, Mama bad.
Ooh, Mama bad person, Mo better, baby. You're becoming Rodney. You're becoming
Cajun Rodney Dangerfield.
No, he's becoming a cross between a Cajun man, Rodney Dangerfield, and Dusty Rhodes. You are now Dusty Dangerfield. That is your new name. Here, let's try this one. God. This one is about BDM Appreciation Week.
Hey, BDM Neil here. BDM Appreciation Week. I call dibs on the Nintendo Switch. Love y'all. Peace.
Well, it's out there. It's in the mail.
I don't think you got it, buddy.
Did anybody post about it yet?
Not yet.
I didn't look at any of the names because I didn't pick anybody. It was all...
Yeah. So it's out there. If it
Is
comes
it?
back to us, then
we'll send
Eric
it out
will,
again.
Pick
Right?
out
Yeah.
another person. Send it out again.
I got one from for BDM Appreciation Week as well.
Nice.
It says, I just wanted to say thank you for making the BDM shirts really affordable. I picked one up as soon as I heard the podcast mention it. Was it not mentioned on the texting service because it's for BDMs only? I'm not on Facebook, so I rely on the text for updates. Oh, that's good to know. And also, even if I don't receive anything for BDM Appreciation Week, the fact that everyone took the time to make sure a majority of the listeners got something means a lot.
It was scheduled to go out as a text, but we sold so many of them. Tom
He
said,
pulled back on that, yeah.
yeah. I guess that I was like, I did
Can I ask you a serious question on the air? This is, don't get mad.
Yeah.
Why did I thought originally we had said we were going to go with a more, I want to say cheap, but a more value of a shirt. Why did it end up that we went with the same quality of shirt of the expensive shirts that we sell?
The next level.
That wasn't on the thing.
We wanted the old Gildan Plus.
Am I happy that it's a next level shirt? Yeah, I am. But also, I do know that we're going to eat the cost of that. So I do understand why you might be a little concerned that we are selling more than we should.
Yeah. Well, because
that just it fell through the cracks.
I still not that. I still believe that if you give someone a low quality shirt,
they're not going to wear it.
It ends up in their drawer. Like I
agree with
you.
I
wear the Tom and Dan shirts because I'm like, it's going to be nice and soft and stretchy and comfortable to wear.
No. And Aid Mass in the chat room said he upsized his because he felt confident it would shrink. Probably won't. This is a good shirt.
It's a good quality.
Yeah, it's a good shirt.
It's next level, so they do
they're fitted a little more.
They're fitted more, so the one size up is probably better. But anyway, I budgeted for we were going to lose money on every shirt. I knew that, but
we knew that.
We're playing around with the dollars, and then I'm like, all right, I think we'll sell about $250. You know what I'm saying? We put out, and then first night out, Eric's like, $275 one day. We're like, no! And then I got real scared. And then I was
scheduled text.
Did we say a whole week on the air? Because I was like, what if it gets out of control? Anyway, then it started slowing down around Tuesday, Wednesday.
Well, then it hit it again.
Oh, yeah. Then
last night.
It was this morning. I got a text that it blew my shoes off. And then I started thinking about, I was like, can we hand deliver the ones in the close areas?
It's a print your own.
Because we don't charge for shipping. We just say a $5 flat fee for like shipping. And then shipping, is more than $5 in a lot of places.
Shipping is getting us.
It's out there. I just want the BDMs that support the show to be like, oh, okay, cool. And just like the email said, they tried, they did something for us, gave back. That's what we wanted to do. Thanks to Streamline Mortgage Solutions for
couldn't
helping.
have done it without those guys.
Yeah, because we definitely were a small business. We couldn't afford the amount of money. I mean, we went probably nearly $2,000 over budget. But again, if some BDMs feel like, all right, cool, I'll stick around for a little longer, it is worth it.
Yeah, we're going to try to. I mean, if this one goes successfully, and it is so far, we would like to do this yearly. It's just we are going to have to get better at this because it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
It is.
It's hard.
Well, we learn each time we do these one-off things that how to do them a little more efficiently better next time. So,
yep.
Anyway, all right, we got to go. Bye-bye.